Hi. It's been a bit. 108 days to be exact. Yes. It has been 108 days since the last time I streamed. Crazy. I know. Insane. You know, the person that barely ever streams actually streamed. Or is streaming. Crazy. I know. Unspoken of. I forgot we had this. Anyway. We good, right? Everything's fine. I didn't die. I'm alive. We're continuing Honkai Star, right? I should check if everything's working. And I remember that I never logged onto Twitch on this. Okay, give me a moment. Or am I logged in? I think I'm logged in. I'm not logged in. Fuck's sake. Hello. I'm gonna log on to Twitch later. I can't be bothered to do it right now. Sorry. But I'm alive! I'm alive and well. I think. I mean, I'm live. That I know for a fact. Am I well? I don't know. Most of these 108 days, I've been keeping an eye on the baby and such. Not my baby, right? My baby brother. I have been like a babysitter. A free one, unfortunately, but pretty much that's all that's been happening. Other than maybe also having a few courses, or rather one course that I went through. Yeah. I honestly don't remember taking care of my other brother when he was a baby, but apparently I did take care of him a bunch. So yeah. Now let's talk about Honkai Star, because I have a bunch to say. One, I'm excited for 4.2. I want 4.2. Please give me 4.2. But other than posting daily stuff, right? Videos of saving, I have been doing off-camera stuff, right? Tends to just be me grinding currency wars, but still have yet to continue past level 18. Then also continuing on with Divergent Universe. Pure fiction and other endgame content I do on my own mostly. Unless I actually want to do it for a video. Freaking, you know what, actually. Some streaming. I'm gonna go to Plan Arcadium. You know, I'm gonna go to Plan Arcadium and try to freaking find this last chest with, oh yeah, the last chest here. Plus, I think there was Yeah, 2 more of these left somewhere. But I'm excited for Welt's buff. That's all I can say. I think I've been hoping for a Welt buff since the first buff announced, right? I've been hoping that he's gonna get a buff. Everyone around me kept saying, no, they're not gonna buff him because he's a standard character. Well, F to everyone who said it. Not in a mean way. I mean it jokingly. But, I was right. I was freaking right. He got his buff. Or is getting his buff. I will say. The whole leak situation, though. Right, the leakers. Crazy stuff. And I do not believe any leaks anymore. I'm just gonna say that. Cause right before it was actually announced, the leakers didn't put Welt in the category of, oh, they're gonna get buffed. Well, screw you. He is. Anyway. Yeah. With everything that has been happening with the leakers lately, I don't trust the new ones at all. I think my reasoning for really believing that, well, it's gonna get a buff was considering ZZZ had a buff. They had the standard characters buffed, right? Which made me think, oh, if they can do it in ZZZ, they can do it here, right? It's the same company. But also, the currency wars was also kind of like a, hey, this is what he could potentially have. Ignore what we're doing behind the scenes. Here's currency wars, right? I genuinely believe that currency wars is just, let us play around, playtest with what the characters could potentially do. And so, boom. This works out, let's buff them. You know? I mean, hopefully that is the case. But, hopefully, what I'm expecting from Welt's buff is, at the very least, maybe the whole delay thing to actually be buffed. I don't mind if anything else is going to be changed, as long as I can still keep him as a main DPS. But what I hope from him is a 100% at the very least delay, because that is practically what his kit is. But you know, newer enemies don't really allow it to work. Because for example, weekly bosses, right? You could easily cancel the second attack. I think. Maybe not weekly bosses, but like one lower than that. You could cancel their attack with Welt's ult. Now you can't do that at all with newer characters, which makes sense. Oh, enemies. Then new enemies, right? But I'm hoping they fix that. That's all I hope. And I'm back here. Fuck's sake. Everything else, other than maybe his hit rate and his damage being like actually buffed, I don't mind anything else that they add. But it's specifically that I hope. the delay actually being a thing. Now, where can this thing be? It's not above, right? Who else is getting buffed? I forgot. Seely's getting buffed, which I'm excited for. Because she definitely deserves it as the first 5-star character. Well, limited character. Whoa. What I hope with Whoa is that they kinda change her healing. Like it being overtime similar to Gallagher, in a sense. Like, using skills can heal the character after the ult, and not only it being her skill and then the character's using an ult. That's one thing that I kind of want to see. But I've seen a bunch of people saying that Firefly does not deserve that buff. I am kind of agreeing. Only kind of. I found the little guy. I found him. The reason I say kind of is because, on one sense, yes, she kind of does need a buff, considering she's an older unit by now. Right, she came out in 2.x. Also, the meta has changed a bunch. Maybe they make it that it's completely Sam and not Firefly on field. Oh wait, no. Wait, it is Sam on the field. Fuck. Wait, no. Wait, yes. Okay, I completely forgot how Firefly plays. Does Firefly immediately go into Sam, or is it after her ult? I don't remember. Like, genuinely, I can't remember. I don't have her on any account, I don't remember. Oh. Ah, okay. There's 2 modes of Sam. To be fair, I genuinely don't know what could be added with her. But I definitely think there are other characters that should have gotten buffed before her. Ugh, the lag. Because, if we take example of other characters that are getting buffed, right? We have Seely, who is a 1.0 unit. We have Welt, who also is a 1.0 unit. We have Boho, who did come out, I think, in 2.x. Wait. Was it 2.x or 1. No. 2.x. Huoho's healing isn't the best, I'd say. But between everyone else and Firefly, yeah, she kinda doesn't deserve it. Yeah, that one makes sense, yeah. Having her enhanced state plus ult AoE. But I definitely think Hoyo should rather buff characters from 1.x first, which the first half did do it. Well, not first half. The first Nova Flare did do it. It's staring right at me. Okay. I fucking missed that chest that entire freaking time. Actually, you know what? Let's check the data bank real quick. Okay. We have Silver Wolf who got buffed. Sealy who's getting buffed. Blade got buffed. Where's Kafka? Kafka got buffed. I have Jinglu. Jinglu got buffed. All of them are 1.x. Right. All of them are 1.x. Cool. Firefly isn't. She went in 2.x. Right? I feel like they should have went with Luocha and Jing Yuan. Or how a lot of people say Danhang and Baby Chalune. Also, hello. Argenti could have gotten a buff as well. These guys definitely don't need a buff. All of these guys over here. Nope. Rappa could have gotten a buff. But that's a big could've. I know Rappa is like said to be the worst break effect unit. But there's definitely characters other than her that needs buffing. The way that I see it is if a unit works with characters already existing that support that unit and they do decent, or, well, not decent, in this sense, good, they should be buffed last. Definitely. Black Swan got buffed. Standard units definitely need to be buffed. I think with Himiko, they should do the thing that Currency Wars Himiko has. And just keep the break affecting. Instead of it capping at 3, keep it going. Wait, it does only happen in Currency Wars, right? It caps to 3 in the main thing, right? I'm not... I think I'm remembering it correct. Jacho definitely does need a buff. I'd say... Hear me out. Most Nihility characters need a buff. The reason why is because of Harmony. Would you rather get a Harmony character or a Nihility character? Probably a Harmony character because they were made to buff your units. And most units do need that buff. Meanwhile, Nihility is debuffing, and pretty much the only characters that require debuffs are DOT and Nihility. However, unpopular opinion, Acheron doesn't deserve a buff. I don't think Acheron deserves a buff. At least not yet. Okay, hear me out. She works good with... Oh, okay, decent with the characters that are given to us. But she does not deserve a buff yet. When she becomes unusable, then yes, I agree. She does deserve the buff. But her and Firefly do not deserve the buff. Not yet, at least. Break effect units also don't deserve it. At least not yet. Again. We just got Dahlia. Fugue is a good character for break effect units. Who else? Ron May is a good one as well. I'd say the characters that need the most buffs are those that don't have good supports. There. I said it. If it's a main DPS and their buff or their supports don't buff them good enough to, you know, be quote-unquote meta, then they should probably get buffed to work with characters that already are existing. Yes, you could wait for a character to come out, like what happened with Jing Yuan, until Sunday came out. You can wait for years until the perfect support comes out. But by that time, no one's gonna get that character. And the power creep would have already gone so far. On one side, yes, waiting for a good support is good. This game is about team building. But characters, for example, like Yanqing, will never ever get a perfect support anytime soon. Not until the meta comes, the meta gameplay goes to what his kit is. Up until then, they should be buffing characters to fit the meta right now. Or fit what's already been created. I think with Yanqing, they really need to get rid of the whole thing of, he gets hit, that's it. That little buff leaves. That should be gone. Either that, or make it be some shield, right? Either let it be a shield that goes for a while, or just get rid of it. That's his biggest flaw, I'd say, in his kit. But he definitely needs a buff. I think I've said this before. The 3 characters that desperately need a buff, right, aren't any limited units, right? Because you can find a way to work with it, right? But specifically, Bailu, Welt, and Yanqing, those 3 need the buff the most. Welt has, Welt's kit is too old for the new enemies. Yanqing just does not work. And has barely any good supports for him. And then, well, Bailu, the healing is bad. Right? Those 3 need the buffs the most. Not to mention, everyone says that those 3 are the worst standard characters. They deserve the buff first. And I'm glad that welt's getting it first. Biasy because I use welt, but I'm really hoping Yanqing gets it next. If it's not Yanqing, please Bailu. If it's neither, I'm gonna be sad. They fucking deserve it the most. But I do hope other 1.x characters get buffed. I definitely hope so. But going from the buffs. Banner times! Right? Going to the banners that are upcoming. I'm not gonna pull for anyone. But I wish I could. Because I love... What's her name? Evancia? Evancia? I forgot how to pronounce her name. I forgot how to spell her name. Evanesia. Evanesia? I'm gonna call her Eve. I'm gonna call her Eve. You know what? I'm gonna call her Eve. That's it. Eve. I would love to get Eve because I love her character. I love her design. Love it. Silver Wolf level 999. I'm just gonna call her 999. I love her as well. I get a bunch of people don't like her design, but I like it. Sure, most of it is a recolor of her original skin and just a few added details. But honestly, I like it. I don't mind it, and I like it. I do hope that she might get something similar to what Firefly might get, like a second form in battle. But we'll see. What I do hope though is that what's her name? What's the policewoman's name? I forgot her name again. Kuchiba. Right? It's Kuchiba. I think it is. I hope she's gonna be playable. I don't care if she's a 4-star. Give her to me. I love her. Can my game fucking load? Ah. I'm really hoping she becomes playable. I have hope because she was shown in the trailer for this planet, specifically zoomed into her, right? When Himiko was shown and there were like 4 other characters there. I think Eve was one of them, and then Kuchiba was the other one that was zoomed into. So I'm hoping she's gonna be playable. Please don't let this be a Rekka situation all over again. Or a Skrullum. Because I genuinely want her to be playable. I love her. I am excited for the next story quest though. I know it's not 4.2, right? And it's gonna be 4.1. But I'm excited. I love the trailer. I'm excited. And I hope we get more of Welt. But one thing I hope the most is that they show just how much of a fanboy he is about mechas and tokusatsu. That's all I care for. If he doesn't try to buy the entire freaking store that was shown in the trailer or in the live stream, that ain't well. He better try to buy that entire store. Come on. He's a giant mech fan. Why wouldn't he? But I'm excited. Very excited. I know a lot of people have their thoughts on Plan Arcadia and how it doesn't beat Amphorius. But in my opinion, I love both. I love Amphorius for its serious, sad story. But I love Plan Arcadia for it being almost like a beach episode. Because, let's be honest, if Plan Arcadia was an actual serious planet where something bad is gonna happen, right? There's gonna be another catastrophe similar to Iron Tomb. People would complain about, oh, well, it's Amphorius all over again, or why are we going into another serious battle, whatever, right? But in this sense, it is, you know, a break. Something new, right? I love it. It gives off like a filler episode type, but at the same time, there's something serious still going on behind the scenes, which I love. I just hope that they keep on with like the silly tone and then the dark undertones underneath. I really hope they keep with it, because it's definitely a change of pace from Amphorius, but in my opinion, it's like a nice change of pace. I don't know what it is, but I like it. This is gonna go into spoiler territory for the Plan Arcadia quest, but it's been out for a while now. The Himiko situation is insane, honestly. Love the mystery, but what do you mean there's a chance that the Himiko we know isn't even the Himiko that we should know? What do you mean Himiko is already dead? I have a theory, and I've seen this theory a while, or a bunch by now. And you know, I like the theory, I like the idea. At the same time, I don't want to go too into it, because it's probably going to be confusing either way. Ah! My game's lagging again. We almost got hit. Damn. Yeah, definitely enjoying Plan Arcadia. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, yeah, what could have been instead of Plan Arcadia because of the whole thing of them changing. But from what I've seen, they didn't change anything in the story. It's still the same, just slightly different. They changed parts of the story, they changed the character designs, they changed the names and so on, from what I've seen. but the initial story still stayed the same. So, I like it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but oh well. It can't be everyone's cup of tea. Yeah. A lot of people didn't like Amphoria's right when it started, then suddenly switched up when it ended. I will say I have been seeing a trend of people mostly hating for the sense of hating, or complaining for the reason of complaining. And it is difficult to see if a person is genuinely upset at something and is complaining for a good reason, or are they just complaining for the sake of complaining. You know, it sucks, but at this point I've just grown tired of it. I like the game, I like the story, I like the new characters, I like this, I like that. Sure, there's sometimes where I don't like something, but I don't make it much of a big deal, to be honest. Like, everyone can have opinions, and I will say some comments that I have been seeing recently, or lately, rather, are not just Honkai Star Rail, other games, other stuff. They are kind of harsh, especially if a person genuinely likes what they were talking about, and then they kind of attack the other person in the comments. That is definitely not good. But it is an unfortunate truth that it happens a bunch. But in my opinion, which should potentially be the opinion of most people, if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Everyone has their opinion. Everyone has their own taste, right? Just don't go attacking the person if they don't agree with you, in that sense. As long as it's legal, it's okay. But yeah. I fucking love this planet so much. And how, I've even thought of a little story thing, for my character in an AU that I do with a few close people with me. Yeah, definitely excited for more story stuff. Where the hell is the last cube? Dang it. But yeah, I tend to just stick to my own opinions, right? And such. But I will say, God, I hate TikTok and other stuff for constantly giving me hate videos on this and that. I've been seeing them so much, and I hate it so much. Like, yeah, I try to have my own opinion, like this, like that, not watch hate videos and such, but I have been noticing them a bunch, and I hate that. Because it does ruin the game a little. For you, or like, your opinion changes a little because everyone else thinks this way, but then you think that way. It's definitely been a problem in both Honkai Star Rail and Genshin, I've noticed. As well as other games, but I'm specifically talking about those two. Because I play those two a lot. Yeah. I will say though, between the two games, I definitely like Honkai Star Rail more. That's probably because I have a character I really like, and I'm very invested in the game. But yeah. I'm really enjoying Planet Arcadia, like a bunch. And one thing I will say, point out, I love the fluidness in the story. I noticed it like immediately when it came to character animations, right, in the story quest. The fluidness that were in some cutscenes, love it. I love it. Like that one scene where Sunday gets the mask, and that little reaction that he has, though it's like so little, for me it's just so much because you can see his little movements when he gets the mask. Like his slight frustration, the sigh, and all that, and like slight anger, right? Like the way that he looks up and then also looks at the mask. I love those little details, and it continued through the entire quest, and I so hope that it continues. The camera movements as well. Most times it doesn't just stay in one place, so the dialogue goes on and on. It moves around, so it feels like you're also moving around, right, with the dialogue. It's little simple details that were added, but they definitely were needed for a heavily based story game, right? I loved it. I do also want to say, yes, sure, the quest was long, but as someone who recorded every single one, every single part of the story quest, there were many moments I could have stopped playing. I think the first two were about 2 hours long, and then the last one was 4 hours because I genuinely couldn't stop. I wanted to continue. But it did give a bunch of time to take breaks. And I know a lot of people complain about, oh, the story's so long, blah blah. Yeah, it is. But essentially that is what a story is. But there's also a bunch of moments where you can stop. It doesn't put you in a domain. I think there may be a few times it does. But it gives you the opportunity to switch POVs, right, to come back to the game or the story later down the line. You don't have to complete it immediately. There were definitely more moments like that than in the previous versions. I noticed. Yeah, overall, fucking loved it. And I keep continuing to love it. Like, probably explored this area 10 times by now. I love it. Do I need to explore it 10 times? Kinda not. I just gotta freaking find that last cube. But it just feels nice. It's a nice environment. It's very lively. Like the little details. Again, I love it. Some people may not, but I do. And I really hope that the next versions after this also are this interesting and such. What next? What other stuff I need to talk about that I couldn't on video? Oh. Here's one. Loved how everyone was involved. Right. Everyone in the story quest was involved. You had... Looks like, where are my keys? You had MC, of course, being the MC. You had Sunday and Don Hong, right? On their adventure. Small adventure. Which, speaking of, I loved how Sunday immediately went to actually talk to Don Hong. And both decided, yes, we'll go investigate this together. Love that little character development. Actually trying his best to spend time with other Astral Express members and such. Like growing a bond. I mean, hell, throughout the quest, the two definitely had a bond that was seen to be growing. And I loved it. I'm glad they're giving that small character development to him. But one thing I really hope they don't do is just get Sunday off of the Express anytime soon. I hope he doesn't leave the Express. I hope he completely joins. But we'll see. The other reason I really want him to stay on the Express though is because then it gives us the opportunity of having duos. Which, going back to how everyone got involved, right? We had, at first, Himiko and Well going on that business, quote-unquote trip, which showed they're the more mature ones. They're the talkative ones when it comes to, like, serious topics. Yeah, sure, Don Hong is also in that sense, but it's more with his own surroundings, his own culture, right? Which is why he went to find Yao Guan, right? Now, when it comes to March and MC, I love their dynamic in the sense of they're mature, right? Yeah, they can be mature here and there. But put them in a room together, they're going to cause chaos. They're not responsible to be alone. They trust anyone so quickly and just get trapped, right? Like, let's be honest, if it wasn't for the MC managing to click out of the whole thing, Sparksy might have won in that sense. And I just love their dynamic, right? Where the hell is that last cube? What the freak? I feel like I've already explored the entire fucking place twice. Or 3 times. Well, technically 4 times by now. In total. But, Then we move on to it switching over to us being with Himiko instead. And then March, wrong M. March and, well, being a duo. Love their dynamic, right? Specifically when it comes to March and Well. It definitely gives a daughter and father duo. I will say, I think March is the only one on the Express I see as the one where Will would be a parental figure. For everyone else, I see him more of I see Will being more of an uncle or a mentor, right? But with specifically March, it's definitely a father and kid type dynamic. I think that's the only time I agree with Welt being a father when it comes to March. But I think it's because March has like March definitely gives off more of a vibe similar to like Kiana in Honkai Impact 3rd or other characters, right, from Honkai Impact 3rd. Which probably is why Well cares for her so much, like a daughter. It's not canon, right? But it's definitely a headcanon that I agree with. As for everyone else, I wouldn't say that their bond is parental and child figure. If anything, it's mentor at best. Yes, I see the Astral Express as a family, but it's kind of like a complicated family. With Himiko, would I call her mom? Maybe, maybe not. In my opinion, I see Himiko as a big sister. Right? And not necessarily a mentor, but a guide. Like one you can rely on, but not necessarily learn from. Like, if I were to compare Himiko and Well, I would say Well is someone that's, yeah, reliable, but you will more likely learn more from him. While with Himiko, it's the opposite. You won't learn much from Himiko. You'll specifically rely on her more, if that makes sense. Like, okay, another way to explain it. Well is more logical sense, brains. If you have a problem when it comes to actually trying to solve it, it's Well you would ask. But when it comes to emotional problems, when it comes to emotions themselves, it's Himiko. But I don't see her as a mother. I see her more of a big sister than a mother. Could be because of life experiences for me. But she definitely has more of a big sister energy than a mother energy. Because with Himiko, you can trust her, right? She's someone that you can go hang out, someone who you could go shopping with, right? Or go to the cinema, or do this or that, right? which is very big sister energy than a mother energy. Yeah, I remember that. I actually don't remember which one I pressed. I think it was mom for the jokes, maybe. But canonically or headcanonly, I definitely see Himiko as a big sister more than I do of a mother. I know why people see her as a mother, but I don't know, I just can't. Maybe in some sense, yes. But it's more of a guide than an older sister. Now where the hell is that last cube hiding? I genuinely can't find it. It's hidden too well. Where is it? Ree. You. Tell me I can find it. Oh. Fine. Ooh. Okay, another way. MC, Himiko being like a mother, yes. I see it more. It's like with March being, with Welt being more like a father figure to March, right? I definitely see it that way. But you little, yeah. With everyone else, I definitely don't see her as a mother to them. I say the only reason I see, I'd see MC seeing her more as a mother is because, well, we're seeing them grow a bond, right, with each other. And it's definitely more motherly. Or, I do see it still as an older sister, but I see why it could be motherly. But with NC, well, technically the MC is like, what, 3 years old? If we go by IRL age, right? Because Honkai Star Rail has been around for 3 years, but, almost. But canonically, they're already thousands because of the whole Emporia situation. But I definitely don't see the whole thing of Himiko's the mother of the Express and Welt's the father of the Express. Definitely not. Absolutely not. They're specifically parental to one person. 2 at least. But definitely not fully, fully for everyone. Again, for, well, the only fatherly figure I see is towards March with Himiko. The only motherly way I see is with the MC, but even that is balancing on the line, I'd say. I definitely see her more of a big sister to March, though. I don't know why, but it is the case. Because, yeah, they are a found family, right? Oops, wrong thing. Exit. But But definitely not a simple family. It's more complicated. And it's like specific people, it's specific. But yeah. That's my opinion though. You can have a different opinion. Man, I'm excited for the story and how it will turn out to be. I wish I could also get Ashbel, by the way. I completely forgot that his banner is coming up. I like Ashbel as a character. I like his design, but I'm saving, so I can't get him. And I don't necessarily like hunt characters that much. Mostly because I rather would like an AoE than single targets. But yeah. Oh, what else? Right, the dynamics. I definitely love the dynamics of the Express, and I love how they're showing us just how dynamic it is. But it's the main reason I don't want Sunday to go. I want Sunday to stay on the Express for that single reason. I want to see more dynamics with Sunday. We only got 2 so far. That being, well, which is more of a mentor and a savior. Like, hero and redeemed villain. Right? When it comes to Well and Sunday. That's how I see it. And then you have Don Hong and Sunday, who are pretty much in a similar boat. Both of them having the whole thing of both did bad in the past. Don Hong was a criminal, Sunday's a criminal, and now they're here on a mission together, in a sense. I love how Sunday is bonding with Don Hong after Well, for that sole reason. Because both of them are pretty much one coin. They're the same coin. Just 2 different ways. You know? 2 sides of one coin. In that sense. I really hope Sunday doesn't go. Because I want him to bond with Marge. I want to see him and Marge bonding next. And then only us and Sunday. I want to see that last. Wait, I completely forgot about Himiko. I want to see Himiko after March. Or at the same time. Because in the options of, hey, can Sunday, or can you forgive Sunday? In both options, either you say yes or no. Don Hong and March follow your lead. But Himiko's the only one that does not answer. In both the scenarios. No matter what, she has the same answer. And it's a more answer. Like, okay, it's decided. Anyway, what planet do we go next? Type. So I'm really hoping to see their dynamic as well. And this is the main reason I don't want Sunday to leave the Express. I want to see him bond with every single Astral Express member. I know his character is to find somewhere where he belongs. But genuinely speaking, I think the Astral Express is where he belongs. Yeah, sure. He's trying to find meaning in life and such. But what I genuinely think would work for his characters is to see it in different lights. Traveling on the express with this newfound family, seeing different worlds, seeing how different they are, seeing how different life is, how different authority is, and so on, rather than just one planet, right? I really hope that this isn't gonna be the planet that Sunday leaves. I really hope it's not gonna be that. I know I've seen a few people say it, but I really hope it's not. I also want a redemption arc, a proper redemption arc for Sunday. That too. Like, I ain't gonna forget that you try to ascend to godhood, almost ascended to an Aeon, and were a villain at one point. I know it wasn't by your, like, full-on your fault, Sunday, but redemption, please? Hoyo? Give us a redemption arc? I just hope he stays. Because, I do want him to bond with everyone else, right? But the one thing that I really want to see is him and March bonding. That's one thing that I really want to see. I've already written my idea on how it would be, right? In my fanfic that I probably should come back to one day. But there's definitely one dynamic that I really want to see. I want to keep seeing Sunday and Well, though. Don't get me wrong, I love them together. But, I really want to see Sunday and March bonding. I really hope to see that. I just want more of a dynamic. Give us some more dynamics than just the quote-unquote express trio, right? I've honestly grown tired of the trio March, Danhong, and MC. I've grown enough of it. I've had enough. Give us more bonding. Not just them. There's more than just those three of the express. And having Sunday also be there gives two options. Duos or trios, right? Being able to build his character and everyone else's characters in a trio or a duo, right? We've already seen March, Danhong, and MC, right? We've seen how much their bond has grown. We've seen pretty much enough of them. But what if we switch, for example, take MC, put them with Welt and Himiko, take Sunday, and put Sunday with Danhong and March. I want to see that. Or we can switch another character with each other. That's what I want to see. Having Sunday be on the Express gives us an even amount of characters to do that. No one's left behind. There's always going to be a duo. There's always going to be a trio. But not having Sunday, it's going to be a duo and a trio. Not a trio and a trio or a duo. It's just going to be a trio and a duo, which I don't like. I want an even amount and for all the characters to be able to bond with each other. Right? Hell, you could even have 2 and 4. Right? I just don't want Sunday to leave because we pretty much built up this perfect way of bonding for all the characters. Right? You have, which I've already said, Danhong and Sunday. Two sides of one coin. Both are criminals in one way. Having them bond with each other, having Sunday learn from Danhong how he has overcome it, has literally lived through prison even, and so on. Having Sunday learn that from Dan Hong would be great. Then we have Sunday and Welt, which is pretty much has been established, right? It's the duo that pretty much resembles a hero and a redeemed villain, which I love. It's one of my favorite tropes. And I want to see more of it. I want to see Sunday grow and Will having that satisfaction of finally he's managed to help someone, right? With Himiko, that one's more difficult for me to figure out what exactly I want to see with the two, considering we really know little about Himiko. But maybe like the knowledge that Himiko has, the experience of traveling space, being on the Express, having been alone for a while before Well and Void Archives. All of that for Sunday to know, right? Sunday gets to learn life experiences from Himiko, right? That's something I want to see. And then with March, this one's the one that I'm excited for the most. Sunday getting to see a different light of the world via March. March is a very optimistic person. She's very similar to Robin, but more energetic than Robin, right? Having Sunday spend time with her and get to know more about her, getting to know more about this optimism and just how March can be so optimistic in these sort of dangers of stuff or whatever, right? All that. Having Sunday learn all this from March would be great. Because not only does it show character development for, you know, what's his name? Sunday, but it's also showing character development for literally Sunday himself. Not Sunday, March herself. Because in that sense, we're seeing March being able to actually help someone, actually show another type of her that we don't usually see, right? That's something I want to see. I just want to see all of them interacting with each other. And then with MC, I genuinely don't know what I want to see. Mostly because genuinely I don't know. I don't know what could be with MC. Like, no matter how much I think about it, right? With the others, I have like a clear mind of what I wish to see. And it's why I don't want... That's why I don't want Sunday to leave the Express. The potential of bonding that Sunday could have, and life experience and a new life that Sunday could have with the Express. I just hope to see it, honestly. Them getting rid of Sunday from the Astral Express kind of will feel kind of bland for me. Like, oh, all this character development or pushing the character into bonding with the rest of the Express. And now he's gone. And we didn't even get to see him bonding with every single character. I'm definitely gonna be upset if that happens. Because I also want to see his redemption arc, right? It's gonna happen. No matter what, probably. But I want Sunday to be there, you know? I want a redeemed villain on our team. That is also the case. Like, yeah, sure, we have Don Hong, but we didn't see him grow from what he used to be, right? Not to mention, he pretty much left the life that he had that was the villain, right? He's no longer that person at all. But Sunday still is. And I want to see him grow from that. Which is why I don't want Sunday to leave the Express. That was a long rant. But yeah, that's how I see Sunday. And I hope it's not gonna change. I really hope he stays. Let's see. I think. I just want more of the Express bonding with each other, to be honest. Just give me that. I don't care who it is with who. Just give me more of them. We deserve to see more. And not just like very little. Or as always, it being the quote-unquote main trio. I've honestly had enough of the main trio. Give me something else. I've grown tired of them. Haha. Fucking knew it. I want to see Express. I'm interested in what would happen with Himiko's story. Ow. Fuck. Ooh. I'm very interested in Plan Arcadia and how Himiko's story is gonna go. I can say that. I am interested is if that isn't Himiko's actual father, will his dad will her dad actually be playable though? Will he be playable? Question mark? That will be fun. Let's see. What else is there? Okay, wait. Left? Wait. Let me write this down. How many do we need again? To get this? Would those count as up? Give me a moment. Okay, so we haven't had anything there. I'll put it just in case. Up, up. Hmm. Wait, look, what? Which way was it? Okay. So I did get something wrong. No. Where else do we see these? I gotta search it up. There's one here. Nope. Wait, how do I go up there? There has to be a way to go up there. Nope. Okay, that was here. Up. Aha! Got it. Wait, what? These are mode in order. Huh. Oh! Wait! Okay, I figured it out. I got it. Okay, so we got those things. So, I mean, that goes first. And it goes that way. Then it goes again that way. Then it goes that way again. Then it goes kissy face, which is that way. Crying. Happy. Which ones are those? Crying. Happy. Ooh. I'm gonna take a guess saying that one. Crying, happy. Hey! I should get it. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes! And I didn't have to look it up. Hell yeah. I got it. I'm smart. Still same. If we had... What did it go? It went MC being the main character. Like, main focus. Then it was Don Hong main focus. Then it was the March 7th, who was the main focus on Emporius. Then now it's Himiko, who's the main focus. Please let the next planet be well focused. Not to mention, if we put Sunday in that group as well, Sunday was also main focus on Penacony. So please, Hoyo, I beg, let the next planet be Welt-centric. Please, let Welt be the main focus of the Express. Please. Well, I know DMC is going to be main focus, but you know what I mean. I want to see more of Welt, please. It also would make sense for it to be Welt next, considering, you know, what I said. Of each planet being more centered to a specific one. So by order, Welt should be next. So, hear me out. 4 point... Wait, no, wait, we're already in 4 point. 5.2 is when Welt's special form is gonna come out. Or next form. Hear me out. 4.2? No, not 4.2. 5.2. 5.2. Or 5.4. Or 5.6. One of those. I don't think he would be an anniversary character, actually. Maybe? But I think not. I don't think it will be early on in the story. If, by chance... You know what? Scratch what I said. 5.2 as an anniversary. Maybe. Probably not. Or it's going to be 5.5 or 6. Closer to the end. Boom. If I get it right, Hoyo, you better give me C6. Or E6. E6 S5 5-star limited form. Well, I swear. They better give it. If I get it right, they better give me that. Well, because I have my doubts on him being an anniversary character if he does get a next form, and if he's gonna be the main center next planet. I think it's gonna be similar to probably Evernight and Don Hong, whatever his name was. Not Invivitulene, the other one. I forgot the name. But for Emporius. And my guess, Himiko's limited form is gonna be 4.4 or 5. Those are my guesses. And hear me out. Hear me out. In version 6.x, it's Sunday's turn. And then we go repeat it. Or... never mind. I don't want another character on the Express. I want Sunday to be the last one. For a bit. If Sunday does go, please let it be later on, but... I was gonna say Void Archives, but... I think that's gonna be on the next planet with Welt. I think... Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out, right? We get... the next planet, right? Being story related closely to Welt. Probably not Honkai related. Probably not Sky People related. I think it's too early for that yet. For that. But it's probably gonna be something related to some information probably that Void Archives got. Then after that, right, we get another, probably not Amphoria story, it's probably going to be similar to Bellabog, right? Either a Bellabog story or a Xianzhou story, right? Closer to that. We get relation to an Aeon, but not necessarily the Aeon itself, right? Not too dangerous, but not too easy, you know? Either we get a message from Void Archives himself, leading us to that planet, or something else, but we meet Void Archives on that planet. Be it he would be a villain, again, or working with us. Right? True, Vita is also somewhere. If not on this planet, maybe next planet. Hear me out. Hear me out again. The reason would be because of Vita as well. Either it's Void Archives or Vita who caused it. Right? Caused us to go to that planet. Right? And here comes the drama. Something bad happens. Either be it the IPC, either be it those two, either be it some relation to the destruction. Or hell, the nihility. Right? Maybe. Who knows? Probably destruction. We're pretty much on the line of destruction right now. But Welt gets his limited form. Right, but before that, that's closer to the end. Right? If he's not gonna be anniversary character, he's gonna be closer to the end. Right? 4.6. Or, fuck, no, 5. 5.5 or 6. Right? Then we have Vita being the anniversary character in that sense. Void Archives being either the same patch or similar to Finon being the patch later. Right? Hear me out. Hear me out. It's gonna be slightly related to Honkai, but not exactly. Right? But it's gonna enhance Welt's Hersher abilities. Right? Right, hear me out. Hear me out. Both Vita and Void Archives are from Honkai Impact 3rd. Right? There's gonna be something related to that. But not fully. Not the Sky People. Not the Honkai. That's later down the line. We get Welt's 5-star limited form. Right? And, hear me out, we get Nihility MC. Nihility MC. Right? Quantum Nihility. Actually, physical Nihility. Wait, no, we already have physical, never mind. Yeah, Quantum Nihility. Quantum Nihility. MC. I swear, if any of the stuff that I say actually becomes real, I'm gonna crash out when it happens. I better not be predicting anything at all. This is all theories. Please let it not be real. Other than, well, actually being the center from the express for the next planet. But we're gonna see Sparkle again on that planet. But she's not gonna play a major role. Or, hear me out. Wait, no, hear me out. It's because of Sparkle we go there. Maybe Sparkle, right? Maybe it's because of Sparkle, or it's because of Sampo, and we get a spot. I can't speak. I'm going too fast. My thoughts are going too fast. Sampo's next form, 5-star form, is gonna be on that planet. Boom. There, I said it. It's gonna be next versions, not this one. It's gonna have some relation to Honkai Impact 3rd. More story-based than the actual world. It's more character-based. Right. No. No. We're gonna get 2 Sampo 5 stars. I don't like that idea, but there's gonna be 2. Right, hear me out. The Bellabug one is gonna be later down in the future. It's gonna be later, right? But specifically for Soon, right? The Soon ones, that's gonna be how he gets it. It's gonna be the next planet, right? But hear me out. Now, what if we split up into 2 groups, right? Hear me out. Hear me out. We were invited to the IPC thing. What if half of us on the Express actually go there? But we did get a letter from Sampo, or someone, or one of the 4, right? Vita, Sampo, Sparkle, or whatever. We got a message from them to go to a different planet, and we split up. We have a dual story. For the first half, we're gonna go in the IPC, right? That's gonna be the main POV with Himiko, MC, Danhong. March and Sunday, right? Hear me out. March, Sunday, well, going to the other planet, right? Hear me out. Either that, or Danhong is coming with us as well to the other planet. Us, Himiko, and someone other present are going to the IPC thing. We're gonna be more IPC focused for the first 2, right? At this point, I'm writing a fanfic right now. Or I'm explaining a freaking AU fanfic on stream right now. We're making an AU fanfic. That's it. But okay. That's gonna be the main focus for the 2, right? 2 first ones. First character that releases, right, is gonna be an IPC. If Pearl is gonna be coming out this version 4.x, it's, you know, what IPC members are there? Wait, please say that Databank has it. Obsidian. Why not? Oh my god, 5-star Scott. He's dead, what are you talking about? He can't be a 5-star. Give me a moment. What IPC members are there? From the main ones. We have Topaz. We have... true. Tingyun is also dead. But, we have... Obsidian, I know. I remember Obsidian. Sapphire. Sapphire, right? Yes. Give me a moment. Is the IPC here? Genius Society, IPC. Please tell me that there's a list of every single person. Please? There you go. The 10 hearts. Diamond. I don't think Diamond's gonna be playable yet. I do think he's going to be playable, just not yet. Okay, I'm getting the list up. Give me a moment. 10 stone. Or the 10 stone hearts. Okay. Topaz we got, Aventurine we got, Jade we got. Pearl's gonna be next in this version. Okay. Amber. Amber and Sapphire or Obsidian are gonna be playable next on the next planet or next versions. Hear me out, right? We're on that side, right? The IPC thing. Either it's gonna be 1 update or 2 updates, but slowly but surely we get the other planet, right? But only glimpses of it, not full on, right? First, it's more the IPC part, right? We finish that side, and then MC and Himiko go to that planet, right? To join the others, right? While we're there, right? We slowly but surely, get slight glimpses to what's happening on the other planet, right? We don't get the main problem, or we don't get Vita, or we don't get Void Archives yet. Not yet, right? We're pretty much exploring that planet, exploring what's happening, right? But the major story hasn't started yet. Now, 5.1 is when we get it more. We're going to see more of that planet instead of the IPC. The IPC is going to be only like 1 version, it's going to be major. Then, slowly but surely, we're going back. We're going to the other planet, right? The second version, 5.1, it's going to be more of that version, that planet than the IPC. And my game's fucking frozen again. Anyway. Then, 4.2 is when shit goes down, right? 4.1 ends on a cliffhanger, right? We see Vita. That's it. That's 4.1. 4.2 is when Vita comes out, right? That anniversary character, boom. She's gonna be the main push, right? Boom. The stuff that have been hidden on that planet, we're getting it more, right? We're getting why we're there. We're seeing why we're there. More stuff comes out, right? Boom. Then, us, right, the MC, and Himiko come back there, right? We join up. We join forces. However, we can't find them. Everyone got split up, right? In groups. Look, okay? It's not gonna be too much of story, right? Okay? But next, we get Void Archives playable, right? Next up, next one. 5.3, right? That's when Void Archives comes in. He's gonna be playable. He's gonna push a story, further in, right? We get how to solve the problem, right? Either Void Archives is gonna be an enemy to us, and he's gonna betray us, or he's actually gonna help us. 4.5. Fuck's sake. 5.4. That's when... Actually... Aww. Go back. We're going back a little. Either anniversary, like this time, or it's gonna be 5.4 or 5.3. I mean, that's when we get MC, right? Nihility Quantum Trust, right? With that, 5.4 comes around, right? Boom. The first major villain is defeated, right? No Void Archives. If he's the enemy, he's the major one. Maybe it's gonna be the IPC, right? Or something else. I don't know. Probably, actually no, not the IPC. It's gonna be related to that planet, right? Skrillum, there's gonna be maybe later on. I don't think we're getting Skrillum anytime soon. But this is where things get interesting. We find out that a Lord Ravager is around, and it's Zephyro. It's actually no wait. Is it Zephyr or Zephyro? Zephyr. Motherfucker, which one is it? I forget. Is it Zephyro or Zephyr? Which one is it? Hey, no. Listen. I have a good theory. I got a reason why. It's either... Oh. No. It's too early for the Stellarons. It's gonna be Zephyr this time. Zephyro. Fuck! I forgot his name. I think it's Zephyr. No. Zephyro. There we go. I got it at the end. Zephyro. Right? It's gonna be Zephyro. It's either that, or we meet Fantilia again, which I doubt. I don't think Fantilia is gonna be appearing yet. One of them, right? They appear closer to the end of the story. And boom. Next planet. Not next planet. Next version. Right? 5.5. That's when we get Welt's new form. Right? He's gonna be the main push in that one, right? Hear me out. And here's the thing. Nihility Trailblazer is gonna be a good support for him, right? Hear me out. Right? Oh, and hear me out. Vita is also gonna be Nihility. Actually, Vita's gonna be physical Nihility. Trust. Sampo, he's gonna be Fire Erudition. Boom. Totally not making this shit up. I totally know what I'm thinking about. Oh, talking about. What next? What goes next? We beat the Lord Ravager, right? Yeah, that's all I got. Oh, and then actually, yeah, we beat the Lord Ravager, right? We get closer to something related to the Honkai, probably, right? We only got glimpses of it throughout that entire time because of, well, Vita and Void Archives, right? Now hear me out. Later, right? The next two updates, we're going back to Lawful. Or it's either that or we go back to Belldog. Right? And the reason we go back to Belldog is because of the engine. I forgot its name. The engine machine thing, whatever. Forgot its name. That thing, right? And maybe something related to Stellaron. And then maybe the update after that, right? 6.x is going to be more relation to the Stellaron. We're going back to the Stellaron. Boom. That's my theory. But yeah. But hey. That's just the theory. I'm not gonna continue it because you know what I'm gonna say. Yeah. It's just the theory. No. No, let me go up! Oh. I guess there's nothing there. Yeah, don't take my word, but I swear, if I guessed any sort of part about it, right? If there's even a single thing that I guessed that's gonna happen next, in the next, versions, I'm gonna go insane. Can I not be a prophet for one time? I've already had enough with conflict. I don't want a conflict 2.0. Absolutely, I don't actually. Ooh. What's that? Okay. But yeah. That's my theory. To be honest, I kind of want to write this now. Man. Maybe I should. I'll see about it. I'll see about it. To be honest, I'll be legitimately surprised if I got anything of the story correct. Like, that's gonna be a fucking shocker. But what I'm gonna be scared about the most is if I got the characters correct and what version they're gonna be coming out in. Vita does seem possible, but at the same time, it's also possible for Vita to be coming out in this update. Maybe? For Plan Arcadia, because she was teased. But if not here, then it's probably gonna be the next planet. But we'll just have to wait and see. Damn. I unfortunately do. I really hope they're gonna be playable here. I mostly hope that because I just want more characters that aren't just Welt to be from Honkai Impact. Like, yeah, sure. It's nice to have Welt being the only one, right? And no, I'm not counting Sparkle and Sampo. They don't count because they come from Honkai Star Rail to Honkai Impact. But it would be nice to have the other two, you know? Especially Void Archive, since he's been teased for a long time by now. Vita has only been teased recently, so I guess I don't expect her. But Void Archives I expect in the second version. Or 5th. Rather. I expect Void Archives to be coming out soon. Not this version, probably. But definitely next at the very least. I hope, at least. Okay, with Kiana, I don't think Kiana is going to be playable at all in her, like, her quote-unquote Aeon form, because she's not an Aeon, that's one. And two, I think it's just going to be more difficult to do that as a playable character. I think she might be a boss. Or something similar to her being a boss. But who knows? I don't think she's gonna be an Aeon, honestly. Okay, wait. We have. I don't think that there's gonna be a Aeon for Honkai or anything. To be fair. I think that's just a little bit too much. I do think that there's gonna be a new Aeon though. I definitely believe there's gonna be an Aeon. One day or another. I mean, I wouldn't be too shocked to see a Kiana variant to be an Aeon. To be fair. Oh no! Ow. Oh. I fell. it has been 2 hours of streaming. My brother probably is gonna be coming back soon, so I'm probably gonna end it here. So, as always, and it's been a while since I actually said it. I've written it like for 100 days already, but like, it's different when you say it, you know? But as always, thanks for watching, thanks for staying by, and I'll see you when I'll see you. Bye-bye! It was fun streaming again, and rambling. Bye-bye! Can I stop streaming? What the hell? OBS is fucking lagging. We love to see it. I hope I don't crash. But if I do, I guess it ends stream that way. But I don't know if I'm still streaming. But either way. Bye-bye. If OBS allows it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now it's a bye-bye. Bye-bye.